What's up, everybody? It's Blue Drake, and today I wanted to make a quick update video to talk about E3, PAX Prime, and the fundraiser campaign that I am putting up in order to do those events. But for those of you who are new subscribers, or those of you who didn't see me go to PAX East a few months ago, I went to PAX East a few months ago. I am signed by Machinima, which I've been with for the past 7 months or so, and I actually really like them a lot. I usually keep those things private because I know Machinima is kind of controversial, but I have a very close relationship with them and a lot of their partners, so it's actually been a great fit for me so far. And they provide me with great opportunities, like a exhibitor badge to PAX East, which was incredible. And while I get an exhibitor badge to PAX East, they cannot pay for my flight or my lodging there, which is easily the most expensive part. The badge itself is usually a couple $100s, but the flight from Louisville to Boston was about $500, and staying alive for 5 days was about $400 on the cheap. So I have gotten another opportunity to go to E3. I also have another opportunity to go to PAX Prime, but that is not until, I believe, August or September, so we have some time. However, E3 is in June. It's very soon. And since I paid for my flight and my lodging for PAX East, unless I can get help this time around, I will not be able to make it to E3. So, by the request of a lot of my fans, I was originally not going to go, but they suggested that I start a GoFundMe campaign because a lot of people really want me to go to E3, and I really want myself to go to E3. So I have created a GoFundMe campaign, and if you want to have me go to E3, and if you want me to connect with people, and if you want me to get all the opportunities that come out of E3 and hopefully pass them on to you, please consider making a small donation. Anything really helps, even emotional support. If you don't have the money to donate, that's totally fine. I totally understand. Times are tough. I mean, that's why we're doing this in the first place. Because I don't have the finances to pay again for, you know, $1,000 or $1,500, whatever it costs to go to E3. However, when I went to PAX East, I made a lot of great connections, a lot of invaluable connections. I met with a lot of developers personally. I met with people from EA. I met with people from Elite Dangerous. I met with people from Twitch. I met other YouTubers. I even met the personnel that handle registration for developer booths and exhibitor booths, and I was able to get the developers of Squad an interview with the guy who handles registrations with PAX, and because of that, there's a very good chance that you will see them at PAX Prime, or if they're not ready at PAX Prime, at another PAX event in the future. So these are the kinds of opportunities that come out of going to these events. I can send emails all day, I can call phone numbers all day, but at the end of the day, the only thing that really makes lasting connections is in person, shaking people's hands, meeting people, talking to people. I can get important, influential developers and publishers time in ways that I could not otherwise get. When I walk up and shake their hand, I have 10 minutes of their full attention, and that is very often all the time I need. I try to be very good at essentially selling my side of things. You guys have seen what I do with Ground Branch. You guys see what I do with Squad when I get into that serious mode, and you know, I try to just essentially sell you the game, or at least sell you the idea of the game. I do the same thing in person with a lot of people. And I like to think I'm very good at it, but the only way that I can pull it off is if I'm in the same physical vicinity of important people. So I'll give you a slight preview of the things that I'm thinking about doing at E3 if I'm able to go. I've been working with Machinima very closely. One of the things we're trying to do is we're trying to approach Valve directly. We have some business ideas, and we have some pitches that we want to throw their way and see what they think. I cannot discuss them in detail, but I can say that you guys would be very excited. It would help out not just this channel, but also a lot of other channels that I'm affiliated with if this pulls through. Additionally, I'm looking into talking to a lot of other developers such as Star Citizen and other publishing companies to not just get either sponsorship deals or things like that, but just have that connection so I can discuss other business ideas with them that maybe have not even occurred to me yet. But having those connections, I mean, like, I can't show you, but I have, like, these are all the, I don't want to show you any, well, as long as I don't show you, because the front card is my card. Like, well, it's got my phone number on it, so I'm not going to show you this, but, like, here's all the cards I got from PAX East. And, like, every single one of these cards has a phone number, an email address, and personal connection information with incredibly important people that I can use to help all sorts of developing, not just myself, but all sorts of developers like Squad, Ground Branch, Dust, even Project Reality if it was commercial, and maybe even if it's not, probably some ways I can help them, and a lot of other games that I either haven't announced yet or I can't remember right now. But this is something you just don't get anywhere else. So I know I've been kind of making a long video now. This is kind of total rant, I guess. But if you are at all interested in having me go to this event and reach out to people and try and make these connections, again, please consider donating. I was going to do like a giveaway or something, but I feel like that kind of defeats the point of this. This is something that's not just going to benefit me. Hopefully it's going to benefit everyone. This is the kind of things that I imagine Squad or Ground Branch would do if they could, but getting these kind of passes, getting into this is very privileged, and I have put myself in a very unique position to have access to these kinds of things, even at my size. And I can do a lot of things that they either can't afford or genuinely just can't get into, period. So I think it's important. And the more I build these connections, like, there might be a game that you guys don't even know about yet, that I don't even know about yet, and a year from now, you know, Squad 2 or something that we don't even know about comes out, and it's a small, independent, developed game that we love, and we want to make sure that we give it as many tools to be a successful title as possible. If I have under my belt all of these events and I have all these connections, I can very easily help independent development studios get the exposure they need, get the connections they need, and get the marketing help that they need in order to make their game successful. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead in this video. I'm so bad at ending videos, but thanks so much for watching. This is an ongoing journey, and I hope you guys understand that even though even though I kind of act like stupid in a lot of my videos, I do work very, very hard at this, or at least I like to think that I do. Not just, you know, uploading videos, which is fun and in itself hard work, but I work very hard to connect with people and to find opportunities that I just otherwise wouldn't have access to, that no one would have access to, especially at my size. I try to get, I essentially try to climb the ladder ahead of where I am, because otherwise I wouldn't be here. You know, the only reason I have this many subscribers, the only reason I have, you know, this much exposure is because of the people I connect with. I mean, when you look at Here's the Amazing, Diplex Heated, Alabaster Slim, I mean, even smaller channels like Dark Liberator, Vulcan, you know, even Diachronic, Shermanator, all these people, you know, I try to have like a very large repertoire of contacts that don't just help me, but we help each other, and that's the point of this, is community. Like, we all have a very simple goal. We want to make great games, and we want to help people making great games continue to make those great games. So, all right, I'm gonna end. Thanks so much. Please consider donating. If not, that's totally fine. This is very genuinely just open. If we do not raise enough money for me to go to E3, I will just use that money to go to PAX Prime, which I absolutely am going to. Whether or not I pay for it myself, I'll probably have enough money saved up for that, and anything from this fundraiser will just go into helping me purchase that ticket. If we do raise enough to go to E3, then I will be going to E3, and assuming I have the finances, which at this point it looks like I will also be going to PAX Prime. So it's really up to you guys. I don't really mind either which way, whether I go to E3 or not. It would be a great opportunity, but if we just can't make it happen, that's totally cool. And yeah, all right. I will see you guys in the next video. We got a lot of live streams to get to today, so see you soon. Love you. Bye.